Okay, we are going to read chapter 1 of book 11. It's called Lions at Lunchtime. Before lunch, Jack and Annie were walking home from the grocery store. Jack's backpack was so heavy. It held a big jar of peanut butter and a loaf of bread. "Are you going to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?" said Annie. "Or a peanut butter and honey sandwich?" Jack started to answer, but then he stopped. "We're gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today as a craft." "Oh man," he whispered. "What is it?" said Annie. "Look at that," said Jack. See, this is what they see right here. He pointed to the edge of the Frog Creek woods. In the shadows stood a small, delicate animal. It looked like a tiny deer. "It's a sign," said Annie. "Remember when we saw the rabbit? He was a sign of the Wild West." The deer-like creature leaped into the woods. Jack and Annie didn't stop to think. They followed as fast as they could. Jack's heavy backpack thumped up against his back as he ran. Finally, they stopped and looked around. "Where did she go?" he said. "I don't see her," said Annie. "Oh, wow," said Annie. She pointed up. There was the magic treehouse. It was shining in the noon sun at the top of the tallest tree in the woods. Its rope ladder swayed in the shadows below. "Where's Morgan?" said Annie. Morgan Le Fay wasn't waving at them from the window. She wasn't even at the window. "I don't know. Let's go up," said Jack. They climbed the ladder and went into the treehouse. Sunlight streamed through the window. It lit a stack of books and two scrolls in the corner. The ancient scrolls held the answers to riddles Jack and Annie had solved before. Jack took off his heavy backpack. "Did Morgan leave us a third riddle?" said Annie. "Looking for someone?" said a soft voice. Jack and Annie whirled around. "Morgan!" said Annie. Morgan Le Fay had appeared out of nowhere. She looked ancient and lovely in the bright light. "Do you still want to become master librarians?" she asked Jack and Annie. "So you can help me in my work?" "Yes!" they said together. "Wonderful," she said. Then she reached into her robe and pulled out a scroll. "You've solved two riddles so far," she said. "Here is your third." She handed the scroll to Annie. "And for the research," she pulled the book out from her robe and handed it to Jack. The book's cover said, "The Plains of Africa." "Africa," said Jack. "Oh man, I've always wanted to go there." He opened the book. He and Annie stared at a picture. It showed hordes of zebras, tall giraffes, big animals with horns, and tiny deer-like creatures. "Hey, that's the animal that led us here," said Annie. "A Thompson's gazelle, I believe," Morgan said. "Where are the lions?" said Jack. "You'll find out," said Morgan. Um, Maybe we need to plan this trip," said Jack. Morgan smiled. "No, go ahead, make your wish now." Annie pointed to the picture. "I wish we could go there," she said. "Be careful," said Morgan. "Just keep an eye out." "For what?" said Jack. "The lions, of course," she said. "Wait," said Jack. Too late. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. Jack squeezed his eyes shut. The treehouse spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. And your prediction for today is going to be, what animal do you think Jack and Annie are going to see when when the treehouse stops spinning? Find my whiteboard. So we all know that they're going to see some of the animals once the treehouse stops spinning, because that's what usually happens. My prediction is the first animal that they are going to see will be a giraffe. So I'm going to say, I think Jack and Annie will see a giraffe. I think Jack and Annie will see a giraffe. Period. I. That's easy. Capital I. So every time you talk about yourself, it's always a capital I. Think. Th. TH. I think Jack. J. We should know Jack by now. School year's almost over. Jack. Capital J. And. We should know and. We've learned that. A-N-D. Annie. We should know Annie. Capital A-N-N-I-E. I think Jack and Annie will see a giraffe. So will. W. I. 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 Will. L. C. Ooh. Some of you might write the letter C because it says C, but it's actually an S-E-E. See, A, we should know that. Giraffe. J. Some of you might write a J because J says J, but G also says J, and that's actually the letter that giraffe starts with. And then an F at the end. Giraffe. You can come in at the end.